Hey guys, Final Flame here, back once again for some more Faultline, and we're going to start this episode off in one of those new rooms I built in the downstairs portion. I don't actually have a name for it at the moment. Hello. So why are we down here? Well, you may notice something looks a bit different over there. It's like that for a reason. I'm not exactly happy with how it looks at the moment, but I couldn't find a better option. If you do have a better option for this, please let me know. So through this is what will be my own little personal space. I guess you could call it my living quarters, my lab, whatever you want to call it. Just a place of my own. Now, upstairs where the XP tanks are was initially going to be my bedroom, and technically it still is. But it's just not... It's not what I want. So I decided to come on down here and start this. I just started a bit the other day. Didn't get too far with it. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do about about the design. Or that I know I use laboratory blocks for the bulk of it. And I kind of got the inspiration from Fee's house. I liked how that looked, so I'm kind of going for that. Now, I'm making it large for a reason. That way I have space for pretty much anything I want. You know, I plan on putting in a lot of machines, though whether I actually need them or not, I kind of want them in here just for the looks. But I am going to have some functional stuff. I do plan on having a ME crafting terminal in here, so I don't constantly have to go up there to get stuff. Not really sure what else. So I'm going to go ahead and get started knocking out these walls. And we'll go from there. And while we're doing this, let's talk about today. Because, boy, have I had an interesting day. So, more recently, today is, let's see, today is Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday the 14th. More recently, for our normal minigame Tuesday, an emerald wall. Let me make sure I grab the right ones. I may actually need more of these, but they're very easy to make. Let me go ahead and make these real quick. Yeah, more recently, for our minigame Tuesday, we did a UHC instead of minigames. We had 4 teams, 4 people each team. I recorded it. You won't be seeing that perspective. Because you're not going to get much out of seeing me alive for all of 27 minutes. Before I died to a freaking creeper explosion. I was not happy. But I will describe how this UHC went. So, we get started. We spawned, let me remember, the team was Jordan, Rob, myself, and Outdoor Jeff. We spawned in the middle of the freaking ocean. What? How? Yep, middle of an ocean. So, takes us a bit to get the land, takes us 2 minutes to get the land. We get the land. At that point, it's okay, well, we're behind. Everyone start doing your stuff. So, I was in charge of digging. Rob was in charge of the food. And I think the other 2 were getting apples. Well, a couple seconds into that, Rob had to go AFK, deal with the kids. You know, it is what it is. It's just part of life. Well, for some reason, first day did not last long at all. Wow, I'm going to need even more of these. A lot more. The first day lasted 5 minutes maybe. Not exaggerating that at all. So, at that point, we're kind of screwed on food. Because we don't have much, and it's nighttime. Well, it is what it is, we deal with it. So, now we dig, we find some caves. I kind of get stuck in a bad situation. Ran out of options to take down a baby zombie, so I kind of sacrificed some health. I knew it was going to happen. I lost 2 hearts to a baby zombie in a large cave that I believe it was Jordan found. And for some reason left it to me. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, large cave. I take care of the zombie. I take 2 hearts of damage. I get in there. See a creeper. I start fighting it. And I start backing up and run into a block and get stuck. At that point, I know, okay, this creeper's gonna blow. Let's just take minimal damage, defend myself. Which I did. That was another 2 hearts. So I'm sitting there, 16 hearts. What did I do for the floor? That was clear panel. Let me just grab all this for now and convert it. There it is. So anyway, I explore one branch, and it's dead end. Okay. Come back through. To my left, I see an opening. Alright, I guess I'll go up there, because I gotta clear it, make sure it's safe. Take out a block to get up. Oh, crap. I'm in a rock and a hard place. There's not a damn thing I can do where I'm at. So I just shield myself and hope for the best. I lived at approximately a half a heart, I believe. Unfortunately, the blast also knocked me up and back. So I then took fall damage, which killed me. 27 minutes in. That, I think, was a record low for me. It honestly, it really sucked, especially with the day I have had, which I'll get to more in a moment. But, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, you know, you win some, you lose some. You know, I'm angry, I'm more upset, I think, at myself. I mean, I do feel we could have done things a lot better, but I made some bad decisions. It is what it is. I mean, what can you do? So, I thought about releasing the footage, but I just don't feel it's worth it. It's not going to be entertaining at all. I mean, even the time I was live, I felt like would not be worth putting a time and effort into making that video. I just don't think people are going to enjoy it, and I know I'm not going to really enjoy uploading it. So, I'm probably just going to delete that footage. Never to be seen. Let's see. Also, recently, had issues getting on the server. Turns out it was all on me. Last night I reinstalled Java. Why did I reinstall Java? There was something that just would not run. Oh, yeah. So, I've been having some issues with my graphics card, and actually, it actually overheated the other day. I'm definitely going to need more of these blocks. I'm going to make some. Overheated on me. And when looking at the temperatures afterwards, I noticed the fan just is not running at full capacity, ever. Oh, I guess Mr. Freaking Tall died. Because as I'm recording this, the UHC is still going on, or was. So anyway, the graphics card I'm using is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 285, if I remember right. Yeah, it's not the best right now, but it's, you know, I'm kind of happy. Wow, that's a lot of cobble. I need stone, though. And quartz. Let me also get rid of some of this crap. But anyway, the control panel would not load. Don't know why. I just gotta take that real quick. I did not need all that, actually. That's why I reinstalled Java. Anyway, somehow I lost the 64-bit version. And because of that, The Technic launcher for this was only going off of 1 gig of RAM, which is why I couldn't get the thing to load. So anyway, I had issues with that. Get on the server, and then there's lag issues. I don't know if it was my end. I don't know if it was the server. I finally just kind of... I honestly think some of it wasn't actually an issue. It was just... This thing is not working properly. Sometimes you flip the lever. Whoop. Sorry, kind of left Twitter open. Sometimes you flip the lever and nothing happens. So I think part of what I thought was the server having issues was that. But anyway, as you can see, it's up and running now. But, you know, it made me frustrated. Unfortunately, none of that was the highlight of my day. The highlight of my day started at 3:20 this morning. Now, I really can't, for very obvious reasons, I can't go into too much detail. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. I need to convert these. But a lot of you guys know I work retail. Specifically, I work convenience store. I'm store management. So we deal with a lot of crap. One thing we deal with, unfortunately, with the world we live in, is robberies. A lot of you also know I'm not exactly in a store that is in the best part of town. And, you know, it's honestly not as bad as I thought it would be when I first got there. But still, it's not really good. Fortunately, despite the area, the store actually wasn't as unsafe as you would think. You know, there hadn't really been any security issues lately. Never again. Yeah, all I know who's going to win. Because I happen to look and see who had potions! And it wasn't me. But anyway, when you do this for a living, you tend to know when your phone rings at 3:30 in the morning, you know what it is. And such was the case this morning. The clerk I had, and I'm not going to give details for obvious reasons, unfortunately was robbed last night at gunpoint. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever had to deal with a situation like that, but I was mugged out in the streets in Pennsylvania one time, and I mean, it was one of those situations. You knew the guy didn't actually have a weapon when that happened, but just due to the circumstances, I did not put up a fight, and it was more so to protect the person that was with me at the time. And it can be nerve-wracking. Because, you know, you're at that situation, you're pretty much fearing for your life. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how stable or unstable the person is. Fortunately, I mean, it went about as smooth as you can hope. You know, the clerk, fortunately, very fortunately, was not injured. I mean, emotionally shaken up, as you would expect. But no physical injuries, and that was good. But it certainly, you know, it makes for an interesting morning, makes for an interesting day. Because then you gotta deal with all that, gotta deal with the police, and just so much other bull. And just hoping that they can find the person, preferably before they hit up somewhere else. And it made for a long day, you know, very little sleep. I got maybe 4 hours of sleep. And just due to other reasons, there was no way for me to really leave early. So I had to, you know, work on a little sleep. Again, it is what it is. But, you know, when that kind of thing happens, I've been, you know, a couple different stores now, and I've had, this is not my first rodeo with this. The first one, I actually wasn't even there for. It was happened my first day of vacation. It was one of those. I heard the phone ring because even though I was on vacation, they called me, and I remember it was 2:59 in the morning, and it was in a couple hours I was scheduled to start driving to Michigan. And again, when you do this for a living, you know what it is. When that phone's ringing that early, you know exactly what that call's going to be. And I knew if I answered that phone, I was not going to get to take that trip. So I kind of had to ignore it, which I hated. I mean, and it wasn't a bad thing. Just the clerk was able to get a hold of my boss and the person covering for me. Good to go down here. But we actually had some quit over it. Or at least we've kind of assumed that's why they quit. Never heard from them again. I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time. Not everyone even knows about the incident yet. I mean, the reality is, in this field, it's one of those things, you know it can happen. You hope it doesn't happen, especially to you. But you have the mentality that it's just one of those things you're going to have to deal with. I'm very fortunate. My assistant actually has been robbed 3 times. And she's still there. She's still going strong. I mean, she understands it's one of those things. You can't control it. You just gotta roll with it. So I'm hoping that things will end up alright. Hoping they catch the guy. There is some other issues that this caused. None of which I can really go into details about. So as much as I'd like to get them off my chest, it can't happen, and I'm sure you all understand. I don't know for sure what I want to do with the ceiling. I think I might just do these tiles. Oh. Damn, that was the floor. I'll go see something real quick. Oh hell, I think I like that better actually. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Yeah, let me just take up this floor. I'm gonna do that instead. Just because otherwise it's gonna be basically too white. Just white ceiling, white walls, white floors. I don't want that. Yeah, that was my fun Tuesday. That's what we had to do to get our wool combined string. Not gonna help him out, especially because he's helped us out a lot, especially with underpearls and fuel for the quarry. Nothing. Damn. Oh well, what can I do? So yeah, overall today was just not a good day, and I couldn't even get a small victory in anything like UHC. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like a UHC win, that's just not that big of a deal. And other news. Let's try and go on to happier news. So Not sure how much I can really talk about, but yeah, screw it. It's at this point when this video releases, it'll be Wednesday. I'll talk about it all. So today being the day this video releases on Wednesday, I am going to go back to recording on the vanilla server, on the vanilla Faultline server. It's not just going to be me. It's going to be with a special guest who I believe will actually be streaming her perspective. It's a friend of mine that I wasn't actually expecting to join the server. Actually, when I contacted them regarding Minecraft recently, it was about helping out our charity event. Wait, what charity event? What are you talking about? Wow, I'm glad you guys asked. So, going on a tangent. This Saturday, starting at, I believe it is 2 p.m. U.S. Eastern Standard, or Eastern Daylight Time. That's 11 a.m. Pacific. I can't do dang time zone conversions. I was trying to think British summertime. Swego Faults, in honor of our second anniversary as a server, will be hosting a 24-hour charity live stream event benefiting Ditch the Label, which is I'm going off of memory on this, is a UK-based organization. Basically assists with victims of bullying, I believe. Any types, that includes cyberbullying or just real life. To be truthful, I don't know all the details off the top of my head. I haven't memorized it. But anyway, we have a ton of events planned, and I mean, schedules and all aren't finalized yet. I was fortunate enough to find someone to cover my normal Sunday working shift, so that I will be able to participate in this event basically all 24 hours if I choose. I'll probably take a couple hour nap. But I do plan on participating in a lot. One of our first events is going to be a UHC. I'll be in that. After that, Random Bacon and I will be doing another CTM map. Now, I know we're really looking forward to that. Not going to reveal which map. In part because I don't remember the name. Go figure, right? But we're excited about that. I'll be doing some donation reading. I'll be doing some chat moderation. Possibly. Maybe, probably. Possibly. Oh, frick. Okay. Going to be doing another event later in the early morning my time, which would be real late Pacific time, which would be morning British summertime. As well as our last event at the end of the 24 hours will be a Race to the Ender, which I've never done. I'll be participating in that as well, providing everything goes well, I guess, with work. We'll see. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you want more information, I don't know if it'll be available at the time of this video release, but head on over to swagofaults.net. That will also be our hub of operations. We'll have the stream and any other information you need to know. It will be live streamed. I don't know if we'll be using people's personal channels at all. I know at the very least the bulk of it will be over at beam.pro/swagofaults. Speaking of beam.pro, so I caved and made the swap to that from Twitch. I don't know if that'll be permanent. I'm kind of in a testing mode right now. I did a bunch of streams the past few days to test it out, and I mean, there's not a huge difference that I'm able to notice. Biggest difference is the lack of delay compared to Twitch. Like, it's a 4-second delay or so, which helps mainly with chat interaction as compared to Twitch, which can be upwards of 15 seconds. Nobody likes that. So check me out over there. Please give me a follow. Again, like I've told you, it is over at beam.pro/finalflame. So go check it out. I may try streaming to both Beam and Twitch at the same time. Somebody in a Skype chat gave me a link for that, so I kind of want to check that out. And possibly do that for short term. We'll see. So I think that about covers everything. Told y'all about the recording I'm doing tomorrow, which I'm not going to reveal with who. You will find out. It'll be whenever I get home from work. Although, yeah. I don't know how long I'll be at it. I actually have to go back to work tomorrow evening for a short time. For the ugliness, but that's what it is. Okay. Oh, a little too dark. I just want to get this lit up a bit. Alright. So yeah, do check out the charity event, please. I do want to stress that again. We have a lot of special guests helping out. Various capacities. I don't really know details yet, and they're still being ironed out. So just keep your eye out. And if you are interested in assisting, biggest thing I can recommend is contacting Static Past on Twitter @StaticPast, and he can direct you if more assistance is needed. I like that floor choice, definitely. Much happier. Now let me test out the ceiling real quick. I've got to replace these actually first. I feel like I missed the block. Oh well. I need ceiling, no, tile. Large enamel tile. That's not what I meant to hit. I bring some texture. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think I might just go play around with some things off camera. Test it out, see if there's a better option. But, yeah. Well, this room made some progress. And I thought this room would actually be done pretty quick. But, let me just see this for right now. I don't know why. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be happy with this afterwards. I'll expand on this too. Like, I don't know if I'll do an off room or maybe a little corner in glass and put like a sleeping area with some chests. Just like my own little storage. I don't know, I'm gonna play around. This room's gonna have a lot of potential. And I think I'll be happy with it when it's done. But I think I've rambled on long enough. That is going to be it for this episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, if you did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of Faultline.